So, looking at scientific notation, that's a different way of writing numbers, and we generally use this for numbers that can be really big or numbers that can be really small, kind of like this, but it's an easier way, in most cases, to represent a number. For example, this 700, okay, we could write that as 700, but but we can also write it like this, as in 7 times 10 to the power of 2. 10 to the power of 2 is 100, times by 7, we get 700. Likewise, with this 0.00053, that is the same as writing 5.3 by 10 to the power of negative 4. That is a lot easier to say than that. That is a lot easier to write than that. That is a lot easier to work with in most cases than that. So let's see, first thing we're going to do is we're going to have a look at how we can convert to scientific notation, and then and then in another video we'll look at how we can convert from scientific notation. So basically we've got the number 3000 here, and we've got this other number here. We'll start with this thing first. So the number 3000, what we want to do is we want to basically put in a 0.0 at the end. And then what we want to do is, now that I've got 3000 point 0, what I want to do is I want to move this decimal point over so that I have one number to the left of it. So right now my decimal point is there, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers to the left. We only want one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to move it 1, 2, 3, and I have moved it there 3 places. So that tells me, because of that, I can write that 3000 as 3 times 10 to the power, of moving it 1, 2, 3 to the power of 3. That's how I can write that 3000. Now, over here to this number. So, same thing. What we've got, once again, we want to make it so that we've got a number that is not 0 to the left of that decimal point. So, we're going to take this and we're going to move our decimal point across so that we've left with one number on the left that is not 0. Right now, we've got a 0 on the left. If we move that one place, we'll still have a 0 on the left. If we move it 2, we'll still have a 0 on the left. Hey, if we move it 3, we're not going to have a 0 on the left. So that's what we're trying to do for this one. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this, give myself a little bit more space. 0.00353, and now, like I said, I'm going to move the decimal point. So 1, 2, 3. I've moved it 3. So what we do is we write this number 3.53 times 10, and because we moved our decimal point to the right, it becomes negative 3. Here we moved it to the left, so it's a positive 3. So that's the way we go about converting. We go about doing those. Now, for the most part, what we do is we write our scientific notation to 3 significant figures. What that means is that we write it so we've got 1 to the left of the decimal point and then 2 numbers to the right. So for example, this is not 3 significant figures, it is just 1. So for that to be 3 significant figures, what we would do is we would write 3.00 times 10 to the power of 3. Likewise, this number here is not proper scientific notation. It's not the 3 significant figures, it is just to 1. It is to 2. The 5 and 3 make 2 significant figures. So that should really be 5.30 times 10 to the power of negative 4. So that's what we should do for that in terms of scientific notation. So that's how we convert from a decimal number or a base number to scientific notation.